you go, little guy. And you. There you go.
Miss So-and-so, what are you doing?
Putting the worms back in the grass so they don't die a horrible shriveling death later when it's hot.
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
I'll help you.
Okay, wash your hands when you get inside.
But, Miss So-and-so, there are hundreds of worms all over the playground. There's no way you can get to all of them before the bell rings. What difference does it make?
Oh, child, but it makes a difference to this one. I'm not one of those people who freaks out much about spiders and snakes, dirt, boil popping videos on YouTube, mice, or bugs. In fact, I find them all oddly fascinating, although my stomach is weirdly unpredictable about being able to handle those YouTube videos. Plus, mice are adorable. They're like tiny, bright-eyed little teddy bears that you can't pet or touch because they're also possibly rabid and almost definitely diseased. Right now, between me and the 3 other girls I lived with, I'm the designated spider removal squad of our household, which I think makes me the man of the house. Except, I can't kill them anymore. I used to just squash them heartlessly against the wall for daring to intrude within the confines of anywhere I could see them, but for whatever reason, since I graduated from being a teenager, I guess I have a heart now, and I usually can't bring myself to end a fellow creature's life. Plus, I mean, we think we live a short time? Try being a bug, they live for like 2 weeks, and then they're dead forever. And let's face it, spiders are much less likely to work their way up the corporate chain and become big-name money-flexing tycoons one day, so who am I to take away what life and happiness they do have? That doesn't seem fair. Anyway, tangent aside, no, I don't care that much about worms and things that people consider to be gross. But if they catch me off guard, that element of surprise can still give me a solid startle. Like when you feel that tingling on your arm and you think it's just a hair, but you look down and... Ah! Spider! Get the freak off me! Off, 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 off! Go back to the underworld from whence you came, spawn of Satan! You know, like that. And then the spider ends up dead all over the floor, even though all it was trying to do was crawl back home to its little spider family. Although this story doesn't have anything to do with spiders, I'm just trying to illustrate a point. Other than moments like that, I'm usually fine and dandy. But it wouldn't be a very interesting video if we were just talking about me being fine and dandy. No. This is a story about a shower. A place you would think would be fine and dandy and free from invasive vermin, but not this time. This particular shower was neither fine nor dandy. I was enjoying a nice worm shower one morning. This was when I was a teenager, so back when I was heartless. The shower at my parents' house is designed a little strangely in that there's a window in the actual shower. All the bottles and stuff go on the windowsill. Don't worry, the glass is translucent, so nobody outside looks over to the window and gets an eyeful. And on the outside wall, ivy has crawled up all around it. It looks really cool. So I had just gotten into the shower when I look over to the window and see a particular blurry outline on the other side of the glass. It was holding perfectly still, but I could see well enough the form of a snake. Just sitting there, being a creep. Keep in mind, this window is 8 to 10 feet above ground. Huh, I thought as I grabbed the shampoo. There's a snake in the window. Pretty persistent snake to climb all the way up here. I'm naming him Blake. Blake the snake. Okay, we're friends now, Blake, so no funny business. And I continued my shower. A little weirded out. I wasn't accustomed to showering with an audience, but whatever. Snakes had been around that house all my life. Nothing new, just a little out of place. I just kept on washing. You'd think the element of surprise would be over. I rinsed the shampoo from my hair, did the soap and lather thing, but then I went to pick up the conditioner bottle, and... I let out a less than feminine yelp as I spotted the tail of Blake the snake laying not on the other side of the window, but directly behind the conditioner bottle. Just right there. See, the window was open a crack, and the screen must have been bent so that the snake was able to get in. At that point with the startle, I'd had enough, so I got out as quickly as I could and I ran to my room. But, I still hadn't conditioned my hair, and that squeaky hair texture you get after you shampoo but before you conditioner, it's satisfying for about 8 seconds before it bugs me so much that it's either conditioner or the razor. And, well, the razor wasn't charged, so, I mean, I wasn't destined to become the man of the house years down the road for nothing. Girls gotta do what a girl's gotta do. I called for my dad. Dad! No answer. Dad! Yeah? There's a snake in the shower! That's nice, dear. What? No, Dad! There's a snake in the shower! Oh. Can you come get it out? So he did. He came and somehow shooed it away, thanks, Dad. And then I went back in, made sure that the window was closed, checked around for any other snakes, and finished up what I was doing. But as I thought about it later, there were a few things that came to mind. First of all, it was probably a good idea to get the screen in the window replaced. Secondly, what did my dad think I was telling him that his response was, "That's nice, dear"? Well, I asked him. He thought I was just informing him that I was taking a shower. Yep, middle of the shower, I was like, oh, forgot to tell my dad where I am. Hey, Dad, just so you know! And thirdly, that the snake's tail was in the window. The tail. I don't know about you, but I've never met a snake that slithered backwards. And like I said, there were snakes all around growing up, so I met a lot of them. Which means really, the fact of the matter is that Blake must have come in head first earlier, slithered his scaly little self around our shower stuff, and then turned around and left. Ugh. Blake the snake. More like Merv the perv, sneaking into people's showers. If his parents knew what he was up to. Blake Mervyn Snakerson, we know what you've been up to. Get it together, Blake. Your snake parents taught you better than that. Anyway, yeah, there's not really a big message here, except a lot of things like bugs and snakes are usually really only that gross because you grow up hearing that all the time. But I mean, it's just a thing trying to live its buggy little life. It doesn't know it's hideous, and believe it or not, it doesn't have intentions to ruin your life. Except mosquitoes. They're only out for human misery. Otherwise, though, I feel like mostly things like that aren't that big a deal. Besides, any opportunity to cut down on stress is a good one to take, so not freaking out when you look over and see a bug on the wall might just save you a sanity point or two in the long run. But more importantly, the real moral of the story is, check your shower for snakes. Every time.
Oh no, there's the bell! Let's hurry and get the whole class to help. We could save them all.
Nah, they're gonna die. Go line up. Almost got out of math. So, this whole video is supposed to be about how bugs aren't that terrifying, but then I spent like half of it talking about the times when I do freak out over bugs. The thing is, as with spider, snakes, and bad dates, just because I'm nice to you, or at least don't try to kill you with my shoe, doesn't mean I want to find you on my arm, or in my shower. Get back, you creeps.